I started it.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's good. I had to go grab my stuff too. Woo! Hope everybody was able to do what they needed to do in those fast 15 minutes. We got 30 minutes left to go in this game to finish out this evening of amazing roller derby here on May 19th at Insanity Complex. So, here's the overview of what happened in the first half. Penalty-wise for Jammers, 2 penalties going against Dixie, 3 against Hard Knox. Hard Knox was successful with 5 Jammer star passes, Dixie with 2. The leading scores for the respective teams are number 12, Weeble, and number 8, Jen Pinion. For the penalties, Hard Knox has 16 total, Dixie has 12. Only 1 player on either team sitting at 4. So coming out here, we have number 8, Jen Pinion for Hard Knocks, but the lead is going to be for Wiley Coyote, 1968 for Dixie. And that'll be 2 points going onto the board for Hard Knocks, bringing their total to 60. We also had a score correction there at the end of the first. There were 4 points that were assessed for Hard Knocks. That is actually was 0, which is why we now have a score of 60 coming into this one. And grabbing lead for Hard Knocks, number 22, Val Kilmore. And jamming for Dixie, number 12, Weeble. So 3 more points onto the board for Hard Knocks. This second half already starting up. The way that the first half ended, a back and forth already between these two teams on capturing lead, with the Dixie defense making it hard to score the extra points by Hard Knocks. And don't forget to visit the fundraising table to pick your fan favorite and enter your raffle ticket. Prizes are all Dr. Who themed and include games, art, and Dixie gear. All the prizes are valued at, all the prize packages valued at $70 or more. Mini Militia and Dixie with lead. Kitty Twister still trying to find a space to get through the defense. Mini Militia with a step over through on the inside to grab 5 points. Star pass has been made. That's number 6 for the team for Knoxville, going to number 29, Unsweet Tea. Unsweet Tea puts on the Jets. Forces Mini Militia to call off the jam. But not before 5 points onto the board, bringing Dixie's game total to 119. Hard Knocks 63. So we're going to start off jam number 4 like we started off the first jam in this half with number 8, Jen Pinion, and number 1968, Wiley Coyote. Four 3-pack advantage for Dixie at the start. Both teams trying a little bit of an end to out. These jammers trying to see if they can shake a blocker loose to open up some space. That time, Wiley Coyote able to split the difference and shoulder through the contact, grabbing her second lead of the half. And 2 in a row now for the team in black. getting up off the deck and racing up the first straightaway. Wile E. Coyote calls off the jam. Able to grab the lap point for 5 points. Bringing that jam total to 10 points and the game total to 129 for the Dixie Derby girls. 5 minutes already gone off the clock. Number 12, Weeble. Number 22, Val Kilmore. The jammers for jam number 5. With the double release, Weeble with the lead. And Hard Knocks playing the speed game, trying to run away. Not before 1 point goes up on the board for Hard Knocks. Able to drag one there at the back of the pack. Bringing their game total to 64. And this jam will bring you number 16, Mini Militia, number 3, E3PO. Hard Knocks sitting on 3 blockers, Dixie sitting on 4. And able to drive out through into turns 1 and 2 of the Apex. Mini Militia takes lead. 4 in a row now for the team in black. Another slip through on the inside puts 5 points up onto the board for that turn to the track. That time Unsweet Tea able to chip Mini Militia out to bring around the long drawback. Trying to buy some time for E3PO. And showing those dancing feet, Mini Militia putting more points on the board. Being chased down once again by the pivot turn jammer, number 29, Unsweet Tea. That last jam was able to bring 11 points onto the total for the Dixie Derby girls, bringing their game total to 140. Hard Knocks 64-22 left to go in the game. Wile E. Coyote, Jen Pinion. These two have been out here multiple times now in the second half on the same track together and breaking pack together. This time, Jen Pinion able to grab lead. Little twin takeout turnaround there. Playing a little NASCAR here, swapping paint and running fast. Jen Pinion calls off the jam, but not before a little help from Asian Invasion puts one on the deck and able to get one on the board for the Dixie Derby girls. And we got 22, we got 12. That'll be Val Kilmore and Weeble for their respective squads jamming here in jam number 8. Weeble trying to limbo the outside there. The recapture coming from the defense. Bushwhacker driving her back to the inside, once again putting her on the deck. Val Kilmore having an opportunity now for a scoring pass. Able to put 5 points onto the board for Hard Knocks. And lead going to the assist of Weeble. Weeble being drawn back by number 101, Mizzou. Right now the Hard Knocks defense having Weeble's number. And a matching 4 points on that last turn of the track. This jam running the long game now as both teams have sped up to come back into the initial straightaway. But not before Weeble able to grab 2 more points onto the board. Advantage still in the hands of Hard Knocks. 14-6, 8 points is the difference. And 78 for Hard Knocks, 147 for Dixie. 10.5 minutes have gone off on the clock. Winding down the game. We have a score correction, 77 now for the Hard Knocks Roller Girls. As Kitty Twister gets driven to the inside, Mini Militia driven to the outside, both having to go for the recycle there at the start of the second straightaway. Mini Militia finally able to find open space, drives through to grab the lead. Kitty Twister able to break the pack, but hits the deck, gets reabsorbed back into the defense. After finding an easy path through on the first couple of runs, Mini Militia meeting some heavy resistance here. Once again, star in hand, going to number 29, Unsweet Tea. Third time Unsweet Tea has been the recipient of the Star Pass in this half. And the 4th time in the game overall. Five points go onto the board for the Dixie Derby Girls, bringing their game total to 152. Hard Knocks still sitting at 77 as Jen Pinion and Wiley Coyote take the track one more time. 4th time in this half, these two have stood alongside each other. And now 3 out of 4 grabbing lead in those matchups is Wiley Coyote. And that lead is also rewarded with a power jam opportunity courtesy of a forearm. And a quick rush to offense by the Dixie Derby Girls, able to spring open enough space for the 5-point assist. That time the threat of offense opened up the space, giving the outside edge to Wiley Coyote. Jen Pinion able to find way back out onto the track. Wiley Coyote managing to find that last bit of space to grab through. Fast defenses abound. Wiley Coyote now able to put a extra lap on the board after Pinion coming out of the penalty box. Happy to take this one for a full natural jam. And with a 20-point advantage on that jam total of 24 points. That is the highest jam score of any jammer in the game thus far, breaking the previous high by 7 points. And we have a lead of 176-81 in favor of the Dixie Derby girls and in favor of Dixie as well. Number 12, Weeble with lead jammer status. Packs are strung out. Val Kilmore finally breaking through after suffering a low block and getting up off the deck. 5 blockers remain total on the track as Weeble weaves to the outside and calls off the jam. Eight more points go onto the board for the Dixie Derby girls, bringing their game total to 184-81 for Hard Knocks. Bushwhacker taking duties for Hard Knocks, Mini Militia for Dixie. Bushwhacker able to drive through the micro pack to grab lead, breaking a string of 4 put up by the Dixie Derby girls. And riding the shoulder of Whipsqueak, Bushwhacker calls off the jam, successfully shutting out Mini Militia, but putting 2 more points onto the board. Sorry, 3 points going onto the board now for Hard Knocks. Century mark separates these two teams at the start of jam number 13 with 12:20 left to go in the game. And Jen Pinion out on the track for Hard Knocks with a new jammer friend out there, and Cupcake Kamikaze. Two in a row now for Hard Knocks, capturing lead. And first star pass of the second half going in the hands of number 102, Chachi. Chachi being around the league for quite a long time, coming back as a regular player this year. Jen Pinion able to put 4 points up onto the board, bringing their game total to 88. Dixie still sitting on 184. Don't forget, go over to the fundraising table, vote for your fan favorite. Everybody's a winner with the fan favorite. You get to pick the player you think is most deserving, and you also have an opportunity to win fabulous prize packages, all Doctor Who themed, because this is our second annual Doctor Who bout. We have a matchup of 12 and 22. Yet again, that's Weeble. That's Val Kilmore. This is jam number 14. That time, Val Kilmore taking advantage of all the bodies blocked up on the inside of the apex to skirt the outside for lead. And Weevil with speed to burn, able to bust through the middle, taking advantage of that and adding one extra point onto the board. 3-2 advantage for Dixie. And we're going to have a repeat of jam number 12 here, and jam number 15. We have 27 Bushwhacker, 16 Mini Militia. Hard Knocks in white, Dixie in black. Bushwhacker doing the drive out to help with the recycle on Mini Militia. And with the double release, we have Bushwhacker able to grab a lead, and Mini able to do a pass by. And the call off coming from Bushwhacker. No harm, no foul. Double zeros on the board. We're going to keep this score at 187-90. That's now 4 leads in a row going for Hard Knocks, but only able to put 9 points to 3 points in those 4 jams. And this is the matchup we've become familiar with. Wile E. Coyote grabbing lead against their counterpart, Jen Pinion. Both defenses getting bottled up in the apex between 1 and 2. But not before Wile E. Coyote puts 4 points on the board. Bringing the score 192. Sorry, 191. Yeah, bad math. 191 to 90. 7:50 left to go in the game. And we have the late timeout going for the Hard Knocks bench. This will be a perfect time. You're not going to miss anything. You have 1 minute to get over there and get back. Go vote for your fan favorite. Over at our fundraising table, right over there next to all our little roster of tables over there. Just come on now. You get to tell your favorite player that they're your favorite by voting for them. And you are now entered in with an opportunity to win some fabulous Doctor Who themed prizes that have games, art, and also Dixie Derby Girl gear. Each of those baskets is valued at $70 or more. So think about that. $1 could potentially get you $70 in value, and you get to tell your friend how much you appreciate them out on the track. Or not on the track. It can be any one of our players that are a part of this league. Once again, we're seeing this consistency of matchups between jammers. We're going to have number 12, Weevil, going up against number 22, Val Kilmore, yet again. This time, it is Val Kilmore who takes lead. That is now 5 of the last 6 going for Hard Knocks. And once again, able to put on the Jets and grab something back there at the end was Weeble, putting 1 point on the board up against Val Kilmore's 3. We're going to do a little math here. We got a 16, we got an 8. We can divide that by 2 or multiply that by 2. And speaking of 2, there are 2 jammers out here on the floor. Oh. And both of these 2 jammers going through the Rumble Dome. Each defense playing some hard. Bang them up. And this time, Mini Militia able to leap through the inside against Unsweet Tea to grab lead as her counterpart heads to the penalty box with a forearm penalty. Power jam opportunity for the team in black, the Dixie Derby Girls. And an out-of-play block is going to lose one of the strongest defenders for Hard Knocks off the penalty box on Sweet Tea as Mini Militia able to put 5 more points on the board. And now Failed to Reform is going to lose Dixie's pivot off to the penalty box. As Mini Militia calls off the jam after the pass through by Jen Kenyon. 10 points onto the board. 14 points onto the board for the Dixie Derby Girls, bringing their game total to 206. Make that a stat correction. 13 points on the jam for Mini Militia, bringing the game total for Dixie to 205. Hard Knocks 93, 4.5 left to go in the game. And after a brief official timeout, we're going to have for Raptor on the jam line for Hard Knocks. That's 26 in white. And in black, wearing 1968 for Dixie, Wiley Coyote. Wiley Coyote looking like she's sneaking through to cause mischief to grab lead on the inside. And a quick leap again on the inside. Grabbing 4 points. Raptor being sneaky on the back. Taking that 4-point advantage and knocking it down to 2 with 2 points of their own. We're going to start jam number 20 with just about 3.5 left to go in the game. Dixie, 209. Hard Knocks, 95. Number 3, E3PO for Hard Knocks. Number 12, Weeble for Dixie. And successful recycle drawback there buys the time for E3PO to break the pack and grab lead. A3PO able to grab a 5-point pass on that turn of the track. Looking to stake out a few more points. Weeble coming in here looking at down the side of the gun there at Unsweet Tea. Weeble able to pass through for 4 points, 2 more points on the last turn for E3PO, bringing 4-7 advantage to the hands of Hard Knox. Hard Knox breaking the century mark, bringing their game total to 102. Dixie 213 with 2:13 left to go on the clock. And coming in here with just under a natural jam clock to go, we got number 350, Cupcake Kamikaze, number 8, Jen Pinion. Lots of hard contact, and breaking out of turn 2 was Cupcake Kamikaze, grabbing lead for Dixie. That was a hard hit. Able to come back in on the track. Cupcake Kamikaze calls off the jam. And we have a 4-0 shutout that one. 4 points more onto the board for Dixie. 217 to 102 as we come in just under a minute left to go in the game. We're going to finish this one off with Mini Militia and Bushwhacker. Mini Militia breaking the inside with the lead. Oh, but what will be our strategy to end this game? Mini Militia finding open space right now, only needing 1 to beat there. And with lead and now a power jam opportunity as a forearm sends Bushwhacker off to the penalty box. Mini Militia with an opportunity to size up the pack with a little help from some friends, but Hard Knox not going to have it, continuing to play strong defense. Nine points on the board for Mini Militia already in this jam, looking to grab a few more points to finish this out. Deciding those points are enough as the clock had already wound down. 5 more points, bringing that total to 14. Please remain seated until we have an official final, but once you do, step out of the track and congratulate these two teams for an amazing, hard-fought bout.
And favorite raffle winners.
Oh no, we're supposed to use everybody's. We're supposed to take all the fan favorites and put them together for the winners. Oh, these are,
Those are your winners.
Okay, I'm sorry, I thought you were saying these were Minnie's people. I'm
No,
like,
no.
okay, sorry.
Hey now, and we have an official final score, 231-102. Your hometown Dixie Derby Girls with the win. And after we congratulate both of these teams, stick around. We're going to announce our fan favorite, our MVPs, and find out who our winners are of the raffle.
Stop this bad boy.